Welcome, class of 2025. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, administrators, faculty, staff, students, and alumni of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University, I bring you greetings and welcome you to the Hill. Today we are excited to hold the university's Fall 2021 Freshman Convocation and Torch Lighting Ceremony. The Freshman Convocation is designed to mark one's official beginning of their academic journey here at Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University and represents the university's involvement as well as the university's commitment to its newest members of community of scholars and learners. Today you will be provided with words of encouragement to assist you in achieving your personal, academic, and professional goals. Today's Freshman Convocation is a ritual to signal the beginning of your college career in the same significant manner that in 4 years from now, the graduation commencement will serve as a ritual marking the completion of your degree. Know for sure that we are here to assist you through this amazing journey. The program will proceed as follows. We will have the posting of the colors by the Alabama A&M University ROTC Color Guard. Next, the National Anthem by the AAMU Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Carlton Wright. Greetings will then be given by Dr. Kyla Pitcher, Interim Vice President for Student Affairs, and the occasion by Dr. Brittany Holloman, Interim Associate Vice President for Student Affairs.
Greetings, class of 2025. I am Dr. Kyla Pitcher, Interim Vice President for Student Affairs, and it is my sincere pleasure to welcome you to the Hill and to our virtual Freshman Convocation and Torch Lighting Ceremony. Whether you're a native of Alabama, have traveled from another part of the country, or have come from another side of the globe, know that your decision to join our university family was the right one. You have partnered with a community that possesses tremendous pride in its history, understands the importance of service, and produces graduates who go on to do exceptional things, no matter where they began. Hence the phrase, "Start here, go anywhere," because our students have proven that there's no limit to what they can achieve. Our keynote speaker, Ms. Tinesha Ross, is a prime example. As you move through your season here at Alabama A&M University, I encourage you to do the following. First, remember that time is a precious commodity. You've been given a certain amount of it to achieve some important things while here. Spend your time wisely. It's difficult to get back what you've lost. Next, work hard and choose to do only those things that will make you and others proud. This is your time to shine. Shine brightly doing good things. Finally, remember that we're here for you. In this vast campus, there are administrators, staff, and faculty who care and are fully committed to helping you succeed. Thank you for choosing Alabama A&M University. We are so glad you're here.
Good afternoon, class of 2025. I am Brittany Holloman, your Interim Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Judicial Appeals. It is my pleasure to share with you how happy we are to have you join us on the Hill. You have been called to this symbolic ceremony so that we can formally welcome you to the university family and affirm your decision to strive harder, reach further, and dig deeper than ever before. Alabama A&M University embraces a tradition of excellence, one that you are about to be a part of. Today represents the first step in your journey of self-discovery. This journey will be a difficult one, but if you stay focused, attend class, make responsible decisions, get involved, and take advantage of every opportunity the university offers, you will do well. Over the next several minutes, you will hear from your president, your peers, and an alumna about the importance of not only starting this journey, but finishing strong. Listen carefully to the encouraging words and accept the senior challenge to carry the torch of learning with confidence and pride. This is your time to shine. Make your chance count and know that we are here to support you every step of the way. Again, welcome to the Hill, class of 2025. Go Bulldogs!
Good morning, class of 2025. It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Miss Tinesha Ross, a native of Fairfield, Alabama. She is a Senior Manager of General Procurement for Launch Operations and Production Operations at United Launch Alliance, ULA. In this role, she leads the supply chain strategy and execution of small, mid, large commodities, purchases and subcontracts, focused primarily on operational support of production and launch operations. With a passion and vision to enable customer and mission success, she developed supplier acquisition and delivery strategies that provide superior operational performance in support of government and non-governmental launch programs. Ross brings more than 20 years of experience in aerospace industry to her position at ULA, including 10 years at ULA's rocket factory in Decatur, Alabama, as an electrical system test engineer, and 12 years of experience at her company's headquarters located in Centennial, Colorado. A passionate community volunteer, Ross is a public speaker and uses her platform to encourage students to get excited about careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the STEM fields. She often shares her personal story about overcoming a challenging childhood, demonstrating to students that it is possible to pursue their dreams despite a rough beginning. The Girl Scouts of Colorado have honored Ross as a 2018 Woman of Distinction and as one of the 100 Distinguished Girl Scout alumnae of Colorado. The Denver Business Journal recognized her as a 40 under 40 honoree in 2015, and she has been featured in a wide variety of magazines, videos, and local news articles. Ross is a 1995 graduate of Fairfield High School in Birmingham, Alabama, and holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering and Technology from Alabama A&M University, a Master of Science degree in Computer Information Systems from the University of Phoenix, and a Master of Business Administration with a concentration in Project Management from the American Continental University. While at Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University, she was a member of the Marching Maroon and White Band, Tau Beta Sigma National Honorary Band Sorority, and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. She has a son, Chris, who is an extremely talented percussionist and a junior at the University of Northern Colorado. Ms. Ross demonstrates that with a degree from Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University, you can start here and go anywhere. Ms. Ross.
Thank you, President Hugine, for that amazing introduction. I would also like to recognize the trustees, members of the cabinet, faculty, staff, and students. Let me start off by saying how honored I am to be standing before you. I am blessed to have this opportunity to share my journey and personal testimony, as well as highlight the importance of dreaming big, working hard, having faith that you can accomplish any goal that you set for yourself. Some of you may recognize me from a very historic event that happened February 18th of this year. That is when the Perseverance rover carrying a helicopter named Ingenuity arrived at the Red Planet, which we know as Mars. My company built that rocket to carry the rover to the Red Planet, and my company is located in Decatur, Alabama. We launched that rocket from Cape Canaveral Air Force Base in Florida in July of 2020. And yes, you heard that correctly. We launched July 30th of 2020, and it took 7 months, and that rover traveled over 300 million miles to reach the Red Planet. Before I became a rocket scientist, I was just like you, sitting here in almost the exact same spot that you're in right now, fearing where is this next chapter of my life was going to take me. And when I say the same exact spot, I mean it. I am a proud graduate of Alabama A&M University, class of 1999. During my time on the Hill, I participated in marching band, Tau Beta Sigma National Honorary Band Sorority, and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Now, not all of you will have the same experiences as I've had, and your journey will be different. But the message I hope you leave with today is the same, and that is to dream big, no matter where you start from or where you come from, And no matter what box society tries to place you in, because guess what? This is your dream, and only you have full control over it. To begin, I'd like to start back in 1987. I was 9 years old, living in Fairfield, Alabama, not far from downtown Birmingham, and I lived with my mother, my brother, and my 2 sisters. Even though life was challenging, we had each other. There were times when we didn't have food to eat or basic necessities like running water. As a kid, I would often wonder, things couldn't get any worse, right? Well, it did. When I was in 4th grade, my mother was killed in a house fire. She was only 29 years old. Throughout middle school, I struggled to understand, why was life filled with so many challenges? Why was my mom taken away from me? What did I do so wrong? And literally, what was going to happen next? Thankfully, my mother, sister, and her husband took us in and provided a stable life for us. And that included church, Girl Scouts, band, basketball, and softball. I was in everything. Most of my coaches and troop leaders often mentioned that they had graduated college. College? What was college? I began asking questions the way I always do. And not only did they talk to me about next steps in preparing our lives for after we graduated and discovering our passions, but they talked to all of us. As a sophomore in high school, I had the privilege of attending an engineering camp. And this was on my quest to determining the next steps and what my desires were. I knew I had a passion for understanding how things worked and how to fix things that were wrong, including the things in my life. And it was after that camp ended that I discovered my passion. I recall it was maybe my junior or senior year in high school. I was asked by an administrator, what were my plans after graduation? I proudly said I wanted to become an engineer. That individual looked at me in my face and said, T-Bone, you need to set realistic goals. You know that your family does not have any money to send you to college. Although life had been tough and I didn't get a lot of the things I wanted, I do not ever recall being shot down like that when somebody asked me what it is that I wanted to do with my life. I was hurt and devastated. For a while, I even doubted myself and even began wondering if I was dreaming too big and wondered if this person was right. And remember, this was an adult that told me this. Eventually, I gathered my thoughts and decided that I was going to try anyway. I was not going to stay in some box that she or the society placed me in and what they thought my reality should be based on my circumstances. So for the next several weeks, I thought about it some more. She was right, let's face it. I did grow up on welfare. Didn't always know where my next meal was coming from. I lost my mom. I am a young black female trying to get into a white, male-dominated, white-collar industry. Silly me to think this dream was for me. But I thought about it some more. Why can't I do these things? What does my past have to do with my future? In 1999, I graduated from Alabama A&M University with my engineering degree. But I didn't stop there. I also continued my education and earned 2 master's degrees while working full-time as a rocket scientist and raising my young son. She must not know about the mighty, mighty God that I serve. In 2008, after testing rockets for 10 years, I took a huge leap of faith by leaving my comfort zone, which was in the rocket factory, and moved to my company's headquarters located in Denver, Colorado. I was nervous, fearing the unknown, because I didn't know a single soul out there. But I knew that if I ever wanted to succeed in my career and move up the corporate ladder, I needed to take this risk. And what's crazy about all of this is the fact that there were so many people betting against me, saying, you'll be back in 6 months, you'll be back in a year. But let me tell you what can happen when you believe in yourself and you trust God. I've been in Colorado for 12 years. I've succeeded in my career as well as in the community. I've been featured in tons of magazines, videos, as well as articles sharing my personal story and testimony of how you can become successful even when the odds are stacked against you. And I'm sure some of you are experiencing what I've gone through as well. There's probably somebody that didn't believe you would make it past the college application process, and here you are right now getting ready to start your college courses. I am here today to tell you, do not let anyone underestimate your potential. Dream beyond what society says is good enough. Challenges will come. There will be roadblocks along the way. But as Harriet Tubman was known for saying, if you hear the dogs barking, keep going. If you see the torches in the woods, keep going. If you hear the yelling and shouting, keep going and do not stop. If you want the taste of freedom, you've got to keep going. The same thing holds true today. This college journey is not going to be easy. But remember, you're not alone. Every leader at this university wants to see you succeed. So utilize the resources that are around you. And when times get hard or challenging, whisper a prayer and always remember to keep going. The founder and first president of Alabama A&M University was William Hooper Council. He was a former slave. According to his biographer, he had a passion to elevate those around him who were at their lowest. It was stated that he asked God to help him to become a man so that he could do something to help his people. And in 1875, he did just that. He founded this university to educate former slaves like himself. Just like our founder, I'm stepping out on faith in an effort to do some things for my people. After being in Colorado for 12 years, I'm happy to say that God has called me home. I'm returning to our world-class rocket facility in Decatur, not too far from here. I'm taking on a new yet challenging assignment, but most importantly, I will have the opportunity to be heavily involved here at this university and giving back to some students that look like me. I will be visible on campus and in the Career Development Center, helping all of you get prepared for the next steps the same way our founder did with the people that were around him. In closing, please remember, every dream begins with a dreamer. You have the strength and the passion already within you to accomplish any goal that you set for yourself. Success occurs when your dreams get bigger than your challenges and your excuses. I would like to say congratulations to all of you and welcome to the Hill, where you start here and go anywhere. I know you all go on to do great things, and always remember to dream big, and no matter what happens, what challenges you face, or what's going on around you, always keep going. Thanks again for having me.
Class of 2025, as you go forth on your journey here at Alabama A&M University, please remember, that the door to success is the one marked push. By push P, be persistent and positive in everything that you do, as well as being prayerful. U, be unrelenting in your quest for excellence. S, study hard, make sacrifices, and please seek help. And H, high-spirited. Remain high-spirited, keep your spirits up, and don't let disappointments and setbacks deter you. Welcome again, class of 2025, and go Bulldogs.
We will now begin our torch lighting ceremony. Mr. Austin Smith, Student Government Association President for the 2021-2022 school year, will extend our senior challenge.
Throughout our lives, we are surrounded by the symbols, by concrete things that we can see and touch, that stand for or represent ideas and or beliefs. An example of symbols would be images or colors that adorn a country's flag. For instance, there's the Nigerian flag, which has two colors, green and white. Green symbolizes agriculture and forestry. White symbolizes peace and unity. The Jamaican flag has three colors, black being symbolic of the hardships suffered in the past, green representing the nation's fertile land, and the yellow, the shining sun. The Republic of India's flag has three colors as well. Deep saffron symbolizes courage and sacrifice, dark green symbolizes faith, and white idealizes peace and truth. The United States of America's flag consists of 13 horizontal stripes, 7 red alternating with 6 white, and in the upper corner near the staff, a rectangular blue field containing 50 5-pointed white stars. The stripes symbolize the 13 colonies that originally constituted the United States of America. White symbolizes purity and innocence. Red symbolizes hardness and valor. And the blue symbolizes vigilance, perseverance, and justice. A national flag is designed to serve as an emblem of a particular nation. It is a symbol for the greatness, pride, and glory its citizens share. The most revered of all symbols are those used in religion. The Christian faith uses a cross, and Buddhism dons a statue of its leader, Buddha. Judaism uses the Star of David. Each of these symbols represent the purity and strength of their religious faith. But another symbol, far older than any other symbol mentioned, comes down to us from the earliest days of a flourishing Greek civilization. That symbol is the torch. For more than 3,000 years, the torch has represented to civilized man the light of learning and the light of education. It forces back the dark walls of ignorance and allows man to dwell and grow in the benevolent beams of human enlightenment. In ancient days, it was a fire that allowed man to triumph over the savage animal world that surrounded him, as it was the light of this fire that provided safety to the long nights. Today, it is the fire of education that allows man to triumph over the superstition, disease, hatred, and ignorance. In the ancient times, it was necessary to keep a flame burning endlessly, so when men ventured out from that fire, they took with them torches to kindle fires in new places. They used their skills and abilities with this fire to subjugate new areas of the world to their mastery. Fires of education were also kindled in the days of antiquity. Scholars have lit their torches throughout the ages, passing their knowledge and enlightenment along for thousands of years. Our traditional ceremony is a symbol of our reception and carrying forward of the torch of learning. The senior class of 2021 received the torch from those who went before them, and now you see a senior torchbearer as she approaches with the torch, the symbol of education. Thus, the senior class passes the torch to the junior class. Thus, the junior class passes the torch to the sophomore class. The sophomore class passes the torch to a freshman. The freshman bears it forward and now approaches and passes the torch to you, those who will graduate in 2025.
Mr. Jaden Bradley, freshman computer science major from Atlanta, Georgia, will now accept the torch and challenge on behalf of the freshman class.
Thank you. On behalf of the class of 2025, I proudly accept this torch, a symbol of learning from the class of 2025. 2021. Each member of the class of 2025 now carries within us a bit of this fire that has been reached out from the past. Fellow classmates, as you now receive this fire and light, take with it the spirit of education, the spirit of service to our fellow man, and the spirit of enlightenment. May others clearly see this flame glow within all we say and do. And may we keep this fire perpetually burning so that we can pass it on in its undiminished brilliance to those who follow.
We ask that you participate as President Hugine leads us in the Litany for Success. This will appear on the screen and can also be found in your electronic program booklet. Please respond at the appropriate time.
The Litany of Success. Because we know that knowledge illumines the pathway to opportunity. Because we know that without an unwavering sense of loyalty to our purpose, our dreams will never become reality. Because we know that an unfocused mind will never reflect the truth of its potential. Because we know that laziness is the expressway to failure and poverty. Because we know that we will only grasp those things which we earnestly and diligently pursue. Because we know that we can only achieve that which we can believe. Because we know that our expectations gives form to our reality. Because we know that the pursuit of unity and compassion will make our days brighter. Because we know that a life lived with negativity is a life lived in darkness. Because we know that greatness is only rewarded to those who are willing to go the extra mile. And if we carry all these, we will surely carry the torch of success.